Hey WCMS, it's Aiden here.
And Allie.
The school year is finally coming to an end.
But we still have a lot to do before it ends.
So let's go see what the 5th graders have been up to.
Hey WCMS, Olivia here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about agriculture or Ag Day. On May 1st, the 5th graders got to go to the Wright County Fairgrounds to learn more about agriculture and why it's so important. First, you go to 3 of the following stations: chickens, biotechnology, food, fiber, and fuel, 21st agriculture, why water, from farm to you, and chemical safety. Then you get to go eat lunch, either outside or on the buses. Next, we did 4 of the stations we didn't do before lunch. Last, at some of the stations, we got to have snacks. Those stations were food, fiber, and fuel, 21st agriculture, and from farm to you. I know I had an awesome day, and I think everyone else did too. And remember, if you ever go to at the same time we did, dress warm. Well, that's all for me, so let's plow it on over to Ben.
Hey, I'm Ben. Have you ever wondered about what questions you had about WCMS? Well, in computer, we are using an app called Flipgrid to answer 4th graders' questions. First, we got into groups of 3s. After that, we chose our question to answer. Then we filmed it by answering the question we chose. Here are some examples.
Hello, my name's Addison and my partner, Haley. So you guys had a question if we stay in the same classroom all day. No, we move around to different classrooms first. Literacy, math, recess, lunch. Follow me. If you turn left, as you see the dark room. But it's okay. There's lights. If you turn right here, as you can see, the guidance room.
This should help 4th graders know what to expect in the middle school next year. They also have Step Up Day on May 16th. Now let's send it back to the anchors.
With us changing schools this year, I have a few questions myself.
Me too, especially about what classes I should take.
No kidding. And soon we'll have to be worrying about college.
Speaking of college, I heard the 6th graders just went on a college visit.
Let's go check it out.
Hey WCMS, it's Sebastian, and the 6th graders have been busy with field trips. On April 25th, we went to the Heartland Museum in Clarion. We listened to a FFA presentation, did some activities, and got a tour of the museum. We now have a project in language class to make a commercial featuring the museum. Then, on the 26th, we went to Ellsworth Community College. We got a tour of the campus. We did 2 rounds of an activity of choice and got a picture with their mascot, Pounce the Panther. Now I'm really excited to go to college. Now let's travel on over to Caroline.
Hey WCMS, it's Caroline, and today is the last show. Today I will be asking fellow students about how their 6th grade year went. Come on, let's go. What was the highlight of your 6th grade year?
Mr. Lyons calling Emma Tina.
Me moving here and meeting new people.
Me getting hip-tossed by Michael.
Me hip-tossing Cole.
What was your funniest memory from this 6th grade year?
This one time, my friend, I accidentally tripped him, and he fell on his face, and everybody was laughing.
My funniest moment of the year was when Kale tried to slap someone, and he slapped himself.
My funniest moment of the year is watching teachers run around.
My funniest moment of the year was when I slipped on the grass and it wasn't even wet.
What was the funniest moment of your 6th grade year?
When we pulled pranks on Miss Peters.
When Mr. Lyons always goes, ding, 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 ding.
When Mr. Lyons calls me Tijuana.
When my friends call me Tina.
What was your most memorable moment of your 6th grade year?
When we went to the Ellsworth Community College. When our class won the 6th grade dodgeball tournament.
When we went to the Ellsworth Community College, and I'll never forget that pizza. When we went to the Heartland Museum.
Well, this has been Caroline telling the highlights of what's been a great year. And now, for the last time, let's send it off to the anchors.
Speaking of memorable things, do you remember when we made our toy cars last year?
Yeah, it was one of my favorite projects.
I heard the 7th graders have started working on theirs.
Really? Let's go see how they're looking.
Hey everybody, this is Maddie.
And Bonnie.
In the science, the 7th graders have been working on our toys on wheels for the toy fair for the last couple of weeks.
We've learned about gear ratios, the mass equation, and different vocabulary.
Once we learned about everything, we started to work on our toy with a partner of the teacher's choice.
We have to work towards getting our toy to move 3 meters in 3 seconds, move up a 15-degree ramp in 2 seconds, and get up a 30-degree ramp using as much time as you need, all from a standing start.
Once we had at least one of these, we needed to start making the design for our toy.
We needed consumer research to choose a design, so we interviewed or sent Google Forms to teachers with students ages 6 to 10.
We had to think about the mass force, the acceleration in our toy, and especially with the outside design, adding more mass.
Each day, we fill out a log to show our progress and what we've learned.
Soon we will start writing the written proposal, which details what we have done individually and together for our project.
The Toy Fair is on May 30th. We hope to see you there.
And that's all from us. Let us drive it over to Delaney and Jill for details on school softball.
Hey WCMS.
That's Jill.
And that's Delaney.
And softball and baseball are starting off their seasons.
7th grade practices begin Monday after school at the high school field.
And 8th grade graders are playing up on the high school teams.
8th grade girls softball coach is Jess Howard.
And 8th grade boys baseball coach is Jordan Moen.
7th grade softball has 5 home games.
And 5 away games.
We play teams such as
Humboldt,
Algona,
St. Ed's,
Iowa Falls Alden,
and Fort Dodge.
Our coach is Chelsea Wagner.
7th grade boys baseball coach is Jeff Lyons.
Our first game is June 3rd in Humboldt at 4:30.
Our last game is June 26th in Fort Dodge against St. Ed's.
For more information, check the school activity calendar.
We're excited about the upcoming season. That's all from us.
So let's pitch it on over to the anchors.
I cannot wait to play softball this summer.
Speaking of extracurricular events, we had the Parade of Bands concert the other day.
That's always a sign that the end is near. So let's go see how it went.
It's my last report of the year and the last band concert. Parade of Bands was where the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and the high schoolers all played one grade at a time. It was definitely our last concert and also our best. Let's take a look at how the 5th grade sounded. Now let's hear the 6th grade band. Finally, let's hear the 7th and 8th grade band. We definitely sounded excellent excellent, and there was a noticeable improvement over the year. So now let's go play it on over to Reese with the 8th grade Washington, D.C. trip.
Hey WCMS, it's Reese, and I have a lot to tell you about the DC trip that the 8th graders took in the beginning of May. The DC trip started on Friday, May 3rd, and ended on Monday, May 6th. We were always on the go with the full schedule we had. We saw many monuments like the Washington Monument, Jefferson Memorial, Lincoln Memorial, and Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. We also got to see some museums like the Holocaust Museum, Smithsonian Natural History and American History Museums, and the Air and Space Museum and the National Gallery of Art. At the Kennedy Performance Center, we got to watch an interactive play called Sheer Madness. One unexpected highlight of the trip was meeting John Voight at the Trump Hotel. While I'm exhausted from everything we did, let's travel back to the anchors.
Wow, that trip looked really fun. I wish I would have gone.
It was very fun and very fast-paced.
You know what else will fly by? The last few days of school.
I'm sure ready to leave, but I have to admit, I'm going to miss this place.
All the fun times and good memories.
Well, that's it for us 8th graders.
We're signing off for our last regular season show. And I guess I won't see you again, so for the last time, see you next year.
From the middle.